Hi everyone, this is Suzette for Cloudy Sky today. I have some more emails. Also have some more text message that I'll share in another video, but we are gonna look at some emails today. We're gonna see if they're phishing emails or if they're just plain old spam, marketers just trying to get to you. But let's remind ourselves with what the FTC says is phishing. So I will lower that. Oh, you can see me. So I'm on the FTC website now, phishing scams and how to spot them. It's a type of online scam that target consumers by sending them an email that appears to be from a well-known source. We're going to look for that, an internet service provider, a bank, a mortgage company, for example. And it will tend to ask you to provide some personal identifying information. And then they can use that information to steal your identity, open your accounts in your name and invade the consumer's existing account, take over some of your accounts. So they have several tips that consumers can follow, such as not responding to emails or pop-up messages that ask for personal or financial information. So what I did in a virtual machine, I'm okay, tip of the day, we don't even care about it. I have opened, I moved stuff over from email into a document, and I'm using LibreOffice Writer because in my virtual machine I also have CentOS, which is a Linux distribution that I'm using. I think I forgot to turn on the internet so that we can get out, and we shouldn't be able to get in. And I am going to move this up, and I'm also going to open Firefox because I have Firefox loaded on here. So now this first email says Protect Insurance. I took out the name and you can see the from. This is not, well, okay, not while I'm reading. This is not it's not using a well-known company. It actually says org.uk. You know, a lot of people, if you have a car, have auto insurance, and you can see when you hover over, it still has that long name, click to open hyperlink, blah 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 blah. Now I'm in a virtual machine that is not, it's connected to my network, yes. And this is, you can tell this is more of a advertisement, Livewire Insurance, which I've never heard of, etc. So I feel pretty sure that this, if you do not wish to opt in, I don't usually press on these things too. And this is somebody's personal server because it's showing me their IP address, the 212 blah blah blah. They probably have like a server they set up and they're sending out spam messages trying to get somebody to subscribe to this insurance company. But just because I'm in machine, we can take a look at it. I'm going to control click and it should open it in Firefox. And as you can see, you get fast, cheap insurance, whatever that redirected you to, well, redirected me to livewireinsurance.com. So it's just a marketing thing. So this first one, we can clearly say this is just spam. It's just marketing thing they're just sending out to a bunch of people. Of course, I never clicked on unsubscribe. I don't know how true it is, but I hear some of those. You'll just confirming that it's a real email address, and then you'll get even more emails. So that one was Livewire, and I feel pretty confident it's just a marketing thing. No phishing here. So this is from Blissy. I never heard about this company. Inquiries at tonybiancosomething.com. Now, for a company, the the words or the letters after the thing, if it says Blissy, it should say at blissy.com. That's what I'm trying to say, the domain. Forgot the word for domain. Now, this could also be, They're trying to make the switch to Bliss. It could just be marketing. They have affiliate marketers who try to get you to the site, and then if you click, it takes you through. Oh, we didn't. Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna control and click, and again, it's reaching me. It says it did a couple redirects. I hope you saw that it went from one website to offer.blissy.com. And it did go to blissy.us, so I feel pretty confident that this is just a spam where they're just trying to get you to buy, because it did come to a website that has a domain, and it is also, so we can come out of that. So far, too, just spam. And again, I'm not clicking to unsubscribe because now this one, you can tell it's a little bit suspect. It says it's from Facebook. Security at facebookmail.com. So they use the word Facebook in the domain name, but the domain for this is facebookmail.com. It's not email at facebook.com. So this is not Facebook. And it says log in with one click. Now, just for everybody else at home, I'm on a virtual machine that does not have any of my, you know, personal or financial information. So I'm clicking, but you shouldn't. And check this out. Firefox actually has a thing in their browser where if they think it's something suspicious, they actually flag it. So this is asking me to enter an email or mobile account to search for my account. But it did redirect me, according to this, to Facebook, looking at the browser, the address in the browser. Still, the email is a little bit suspicious. Facebookmail.com is not their regular browser. Now this one says Costco News, and this says Cos NSEW Newsy at faharty.net. So we know this is not Costco. The colors aren't even right, but hey, let's look at this email, because one of the things they said you can recognize bad emails with, or phishing emails, is bad spelling. So let's see how many we have other than that news or whatever you call it. Please claim your reward before expiration. Claim immediately. Please note all unclaimed rewards will expire due to the limited promotion. So they're using that social engineering technique to get you to, click. If you don't click, you're going to lose your reward. So that's one of the other things. And they also have and of course you can also subscribe. Let's hover over, which is one of the tips you can do. If you're not sure it's from a well-known brand, hover over and look at the domain name. And we see that this domain name is psce.pw. And you're the lucky winner. Let's see again. Okay, so we're going to do that control click. Look what Firefox did. It blocked this page because it may trick you into doing something dangerous, like installing software or revealing personal information like passwords or credit card. So this site has already been flagged as a suspicious, deceptive site ahead. So hey, I don't think I want to go any further. It says go back details, but we do know that some browsers will protect you. So let's go in. So more than likely, what would we classify this one? This one was a phishing site, even though we didn't go further. And now for this last one, it says ADT Security. Okay, this is before the @ so what we're going to look at is what the domain is after the @ symbol. So we see EEGBDS. Okay, we know this is not ADT. And I don't know who these other people are, but I don't have an AOL account, but somehow it got to me. $100 Visa reward card from ADT. Again, it's that strange S3. It's like they're using an Amazon thing to send out the thing from. Recognize that from something I was trying to learn. Those Amazon Web Services thing. Get my free code. So they could be one or two things. It could be an affiliate doing some marketing, or it could be, ooh, all access disabled. Mm. Yeah, so this site has been pulled down. As you can see, I was right when I saw that s3.uses. This is from one of those, Amazon Cloud Services that was set up, I guess, to send out messages, but it's been shut down because it has no style associated with it. And this is a little bit on the strange side. They're talking about ADT, right? And we're talking about some of the other things about strange emails. And yes, I know I copied this, but I'm pretty sure I copied it correctly. I don't know, I have a car low price new in here, which also has the same Amazon S3, from that cloud service. So the message has two different, I don't know what you call that thing at the bottom of the email, where you have their mailing address. Two different mailing addresses, and one is for a car low price new. Definitely not related to the first messages. Ooh, I got another Costco one. So this one, and I got it quite recently. Well, maybe not by the time you're seeing this, but confirmation receipt. You're receiving 100 Costco reward. Open immediately. Expiring soon. Oh, these words to draw you in. Click to view. Come on, click. You're gonna lose out because it's gonna expire. Costco users are invited to complete this short survey. Anytime I see survey, I think of that one, I'm seeing the IP address, and a lot of people can build, servers from their home and send out stuff. Whether or not it actually works is, time related, limited. So they're going with that scarcity right there, and they want you to accept. Your exclusive survey invite is open right now. Oh, and look, they say if you no longer to receive advertisement from NeptuneAds.com, please click here. Interesting. So more than likely, this is leaning towards an ad. So let's go ahead and see. We're gonna. I guess this is something new Firefox is starting where they route our DNS request to a partner service protect us while we browse. List centers. Okay, that was the first redirect. Their bulk chapter. Complete the short about bulk retail. This. So they have a countdown. So this, to incite you to click before the countdown because you don't want to lose $100. So they're like banking on your wants here. Because some people do need $100 and more. And they have pictures of inside the store. They're not really using the store color. So, okay, since I'm in this machine, I'll go ahead, but ordinarily I wouldn't. And it's just asking some questions. So let's say not sure. Let's see if it takes us somewhere. So they had 5 questions. So now, thank you for unlocking this. This is just getting way too much. You can get this price today, pay only shipping and handling. Yeah, quantity 4. Well, I'm going to move on. I had enough fun with that. Now, when they talk about using things that UPS. So this one says it's UPS opinion request. And for other people who might not know, I shouldn't assume, United Parcel Service. They're a shipping company in the US. Congrats, you can get $50 UPS's reward. So we've seen a big spelling error here. They're purporting to be from UPS because they're like UPS opinion. 30 seconds will reward you with $50 in exclusive. So, they're trying to incite you with money. They got the UPS symbol right there. They got the UPS truck with a picture of the UPS symbol again. And again, you see that this hyperlink is not coming from ups.com. Neither was the email address. It's actually coming from the UK. I think that's the second one I have done today where it's coming from. Limited time offer. Look on this countdown. And the street is somewhere in Florida. You can unsubscribe, right? So we're gonna control and click. We see 212224. I'm looking at the browser. It goes to impacttab.com. Let's see if now it goes to listcenters.com. So it has redirected a couple times. And there it comes up to their UPS user can complete this short survey. So they're trying to get surveys, etc., etc. Not sure because as we can see, I did the survey and it keeps carrying me down the rabbit hole, and I just didn't feel like going any further. So these are the emails that I received in May, and it's probably not May by the time you're watching this, but I hope by just being able to look at them, hover over them, you've learned something about some emails that may come in your inbox. Of course, back to what it says here, technically we shouldn't have been clicking on the emails. Normally in your inboxes, I know I have Yahoo and I have both Gmail. You can designate an email as spam if you see that it's spam, so that a lot of them use AI, and this way it learns. So it will learn to know what spams it. And just finish this up with the FTCs. Now, they mentioned email or text messages, and we'll look at text messages differently. But how to recognize phishing? They tend to use tactics that, hey, marketers sometimes use too. But the difference between bad and good is that the bad ones are going to try and get your login information. They're going to try and get SMS code to try and take over your bank account, credit company, social network. We had that Facebook one, but I wasn't sure because it even said Facebook in the browser. I'm not sure how you can spoof it up, but I will have to look into that. And it gives you some good tips. And then a lot of the phishing emails, the ones that, from your bank or from some account that you hold, will include a fake invoice. And I like this one. I haven't seen this one in a while, but I've gotten where they're like, oh, you got invoice from so-and-so. And I'm like, I don't even have that company. But it was a well-known company. Say they've noticed some suspicious activity or login attempts, click here to fix it. I've seen that one in the past. Problem with your account or your payment information. Say you're eligible to receive stuff. Now this one says say you'll register for a government refund, but hey, we've seen bunches where you're eligible to get money. Offer a coupon for free stuff. So, very interesting information, and if you want more information, I would definitely recommend going to this site. There are other sites that gives you some tips, but this is actually a good one to start. So I hope you enjoy that, and I will see you next time. And in the meantime, if you like this content, please subscribe.